Hi friends, thanks for joining me today. This video is just a life update. Kind of having a rough day, but it's also okay. Like, it turned out okay. I have been remiss in getting videos up and posted, and largely it's editing. I just am not finding the time to sit down and edit when I should. Man, that was really difficult. I am currently sewing ends. I'm weaving in ends of a bunch of these granny squares, and when I say a bunch, I've got 4. This project has been slow going, but it's going to be a cardigan, and I think it's going to be really fun, and this white yarn is supposed to glow in the dark. I actually haven't tested it yet, so I don't know if it works. So, in recent months, I have had some issues with pain. I already live with chronic pain. I have for years. This was new pain. And at first I thought, I'm just gonna have to deal with it like the rest of my pain. And then I kind of realized that maybe I should see somebody about that. And we were actually able to get it resolved. So if you have chronic pain like I do, and you get new pain, it's okay to have somebody look at that. You don't have to experience pain and then think, well, I just have to live with it like I do all of my other pain. Maybe that's not the case. It did take months. It was a little rough for a while. Some procedures that I have never undergone before, but that is all sorted. So that was a good deal of my time away, was just dealing with that. So in December, my cat died, which you know if you were following my tea advent calendar at the time. And he had intestinal lymphoma, and intestinal lymphoma is a cancer, and it caused quite a lot of incontinence. He was also vomiting a lot, and it was just a mess. He did not always make it to the litter box. There was blood in everything. There was blood in his vomit, and there was blood in his urine, and there was blood in his diarrhea, and it was really rough. But because he didn't always make it to the litter box, that means he went wherever he was. And my house is a mess, and it needs to be cleaned. So in January, I bought myself an upright carpet cleaner, a Bissell Turbo Clean Pet XL, for the whole purpose of systematically, bit by bit, cleaning my house from the cat. And we made one pass in the basement, and then I just didn't make time for it. I had a whole plan. One weekend we'll do the basement floor, and one weekend we'll do the stairs, and one weekend we'll do all the carpets on the main floor, and then another weekend we'll do the stairs, and then we'll do the upstairs. I had a whole plan. And then maybe I would do it again because it was really messy, and I know it needs a lot of work. Well, we did the basement, and that was it. Spring break rolls around, and I made time to clean the basement stairs. And the machine was broken. I cannot get this needle threaded. Look at that. That's a good size hole, right? I should be able to... it's called an eye on a needle. I should be able to get this yarn through that, but it's just not working. Okay, I've got a bigger one. So the machine was broken, and when I say broken, I mean like cracks all along the body. And we didn't notice it when we cleaned the basement carpet, but I remember thinking it doesn't seem like it's sucking up, and it was probably why. That's probably why. So I called Bissell support, and told them honestly, I have used the machine once. I don't remember seeing all the cracks on it. It was all over, like the entire body, all around where you would put the hose attachment, all up the back. It was just cracked. And the person on the other end of the line was very kind, and we kind of did a video chat so she could see where the damage was and how extensive it was, and she ended up activating my warranty, and they were going to send me a new machine. And I managed to explain why I needed it, that I was cleaning up after my cat had died, and of course, she didn't need to hear any of that. She was very kind, listening to me and why I needed a carpet cleaner. So I told her I was on spring break and was going to use that time to get the cleaning done, and she apologized. She's like, it's probably going to take maybe 4 days or so for the new machine to get to me. And, that's fine. That just means make more time another weekend to get my cleaning done. She overnighted it. It was great, except I didn't do this. This was spring break, which was March, and I did not make time. And it was Sunday. I was at a fairy festival with a friend, and she had asked me, she knows the cleaning plan, and had asked how it was going. And of course my answer is it's not. Weekends are busy and my work schedule is busy. It's end of semester stuff, and here we go. Now, of course, this has not been blocked yet, which may not, well, I should block it. I'm going to block them. Where was I? So my friend, and I told her that, cleaning wasn't going as well as I wanted it to. And it occurred to me, I was off today, Friday, and nobody's going to be home for a few hours. This is the perfect time to clean the basement stairs because nobody's going to need it. Pause for tea. This is the Invoke Love blend that I made, a while ago. There's a video about it. I'll link it below. I'll link it below if I make the time to find it. It's sleeping dragon green tea and rose petals and lavender, and I forget what else I put in here. I'm having a rough time, so it's a good day for that blend. So my plan is then to take today, Friday, to clean the stairs, which I have done. I'm going to preface the story that I'm about to tell you by, yes, these stairs have been cleaned. The basement stairs have been cleaned. So part of the reason why I really kind of need to get on this cleaning is because as the weather gets warmer, the smell is returning, especially on the main stairs, the landing to the main stairs. That was a spot that he regularly visited, and I can tell just as it's getting warmer and I walk by, it's like, oh, yep, smells like cat. So I'm not going to stray from my plan. I'm still going to start in the basement and work my way up. But if I can just get one of these stairwells done, great. So I vacuumed and I got the cleaning upright all ready to go. I attached the hose. There were no cracks or anything like that. And I turned the thing on and it would not spray. I was about done with this machine. I looked up some videos and some troubleshooting, and one was a whole bunch of things that I did try, and another was open up the machine and take out the roller and see if this part is broken, and if this part is broken, you need to order a new part. And that was the end of me. I just started crying, like really loud. Nobody's here, so I can cry as loud as I need to. I need this appliance to work. So I cried, and then stubbornly, I put everything together, I plugged everything in, I turned the thing on, and I sat there on the stairs holding the trigger that was supposed to get the liquid spraying out of the nozzle. I just sat there holding it. It probably was an entire minute that I am just there crying and holding this thing and willing it to work. That's what it needed. It started working. So then I was crying some more, but this time in relief. It occurred to me in that moment that how much I am relying on this one appliance for my grieving process. And I really miss my cat. I miss him a lot. He was a very important part of my life. And I know that we are not getting another animal of any kind until I get this cleaning done, because it's a mess. And another cat coming in here will probably smell those pots on another cat coming in here will probably smell those spots on the carpet and think, ooh, I can pee here. And we do not need that. We need to clean. So in all honesty, even if I finish cleaning, it's probably going to be some months until we get another animal. There's room in our lives for another animal. We're probably going to wait until after all of our summer trips are done. And then, of course, if I get the cleaning done, which maybe I will. I got the machine working, and I cleaned the stairs and I cleaned the upper landing. So the entire basement stairs is wet and drying, and the landing, which is the worst spot, I also got that part cleaned. It was a rough morning. So of all the things that I'm dealing with, the pain that I live with, the new pain that shows up, the cleaning my house, because I definitely need cats in it. I've known that about myself for my entire life, really. There was a cat in the house when I was growing up. Her name was Sable, and she was not allowed into like the house proper. She lived in the laundry room, and she was an outdoor cat. She disappeared in a blizzard, and I was really, really sad. I didn't spend a whole lot of time with Sable, but I loved her. And it was several years before another cat would come into my life, and it was probably then, so maybe when I was 8 or 9, maybe 10, when I realized that cats are vital to my existence. So I have a video recorded and not edited that I need to get up. I had several planned. There's a very loud squeaky noise. I think it's the yard waste truck coming down the street. If this really glows, it's gonna be fun. So I'm doing the skull cardigan. Oh, I hope you don't hear that. I'm gonna come back when the truck is gone. I'm glad I paused for that, because that truck was very loud. What was I saying? So, particularly now that I have got my pain resolved, my new pain, not my old pain, that's been there for 25 years, and it's gonna stay. But now that I've got my new pain resolved, I should be able to get back on a fairly regular schedule. Well, that's not working at all. My end here is too short. I'm gonna do something different, I think. I'm getting lost here. So I've got that resolved, so hopefully I will get back to a regular video schedule. I kind of let that die. I let that fall off of my radar of important things to do. It's not important, except that it's a creative outlet for me, and I need to do more of those. Of course, now I have 50,000 crochet projects. Why do I have so many crochet projects here when spring is starting and summer is coming up? That's just when we want to be sitting under a pile of yarn, isn't it? I made half of my Halloween costume already. There is a video on that. That's one that is recorded that I need to edit. And then I have another half of my Halloween costume. Maybe y'all can guess what I'm going to be. I'm not going to tell you. I will tell you eventually. Not now. But it's fun. It's very exciting. and I have parts of videos that I have recorded, but I haven't finished. And I think there's probably one or two that I just scrapped completely as well. Just, I don't know, when you're dealing with pain, dealing with videos is not what I want to do. There we go. So hopefully we'll get back on track. We will finish cleaning the house. I tend to have, most of the time I have Fridays off over the summer, so I'm hoping that I will be able to use my Fridays to get the rest of the house clean, and then maybe make another pass because some areas need it. I bought a UV light. Did I tell you this earlier? I bought a UV light just to kind of help identify the places where my cat was having accidents, and it just glows everywhere. It's such a mess. But my morning also reminded me that it's okay to have plans, and it's okay if those plans change. And it's also okay to slow down and take some time. And I realized how much cleaning my home is part of my grieving. So I think that means I need to take it slow and, like making a good cup of tea, take it easy and do it as I can, because not all days are created equal. And of course, I just vacuumed and carpet cleaned the stairs, so that regular chronic pain in my back is really telling me about the day. I do have a tomato plant to plant in my garden, and I was gonna do that this morning, and I don't think that's gonna happen. Maybe, probably not tomorrow either, maybe Sunday. And next week I have been called for jury duty, which is delightful. I've never actually been on a jury, so we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I do have to somehow still make it to work Monday evening, which a colleague was telling me he was on a jury once that deliberated until 10:30 p.m. So I may not be going to work on Monday evening. I know that my office cannot require me to come into work after a day of reporting for jury duty, but there is nobody else. So my intent is to still go. I have no backup person. Nobody does what I do. And I suppose I will use this for, yet again, another time to say, hey, you need to get me a backup person, because what if this happens again? In any event, that's where we are. That is my update, and that is why I have been a little scarce. I did not intend for Grimoire Club to be the only videos that I post. I do hope you join us for that. It's going to be fun. I think it's going to be an enjoyable experience. That's my intent anyway. And hopefully I will get some more of these projects recorded and edited for you. We'll see how the summer goes. That's what I got. So thanks so much for joining me today. I am grateful for you. Thanks for sticking with me while I go through some stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye.